Hey friends, it's LlamaMamaKayla. I'm so glad you clicked on this video today because we're going to Hobby Lobby. So Big Daddy and I have went and visited my dad in the hospital, and I'm always a little upset when we leave there, you know. It is what it is. So anyway, Big Dad knew I was upset, and I was just, you know. So he said, "You want to go to Hobby Lobby?" Yes. I think he was just trying to cheer me up, and he knows Hobby Lobby cheers me up. I don't know. So anyway, we went in and we looked around, and I did video some clips just showing what yarns they have. So I'll be adding those in. And this video is a little different because normally you go shopping and then you show what you got at the end. Well, I'm going to show you what I got already. We walked around, and I was videoing, and anyway, Big Dad's foot started hurting him, and so he said, "I'm going to go to the truck. You just call me when you start to come out, and I will pull up to the front to get you." It's like, good deal. That works. So anyway, you know, I wasn't in any kind of rush or anything. He went to the truck, and I walked around and did a little more videoing, and then when I got my bag and was headed to the front, I was in the checkout line, and I texted him and said, "I'm coming out." No, I called him. That's right. And I said, "I'm coming. I'm visiting to come out." And I was going to tell him I was going to need help getting all my yarn in the truck, but then the cashier was looking at me as I was telling him, so I couldn't say it. I was going to tell him, let me see if I said that right. I was going to tell him I'm going to need help getting all this yarn to the truck. But the cashier was looking at me by that time because I was kind of, you know, going up in line, and by the time I got him on the phone, and so I couldn't say it then. So anyway, this was my bag, and so that's why, you know, I couldn't say it because it wasn't true by no means. So anyway, I thought I'd show you guys what I did get. I picked up this little free pattern that was hanging on the, you know, just hanging on the rack. And so there is a baby bunting thing, and then there's a koala rug, and then this, is that a hedgehog? Yeah, hedgehog there, and then there's really nothing on the back. But anyway, I picked those up and was looking at that, so I might make something from there. Who knows? I might and I might not, so you never know. The yarn I did get is, I love this yarn, Tropical Pink. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet, but the color was just calling to me. So, and I picked up a little something to experiment with. I see people purchase these, but I don't really see people using them. So I don't know. But I have a project where I need to put that black border on my son Dakota's blanket. And black is such a hard color for me. I can't see the stitches at all. I'm like literally just filling with my fingers. So I thought I would just pick up this lighted J hook, because that's the size I'm using on that blanket, is a J. And anyway, these were, oh, that was not, I was thinking that was on sale, but I don't think it was. I'm not sure. Let me see. It was on sale. No. I paid regular price. It was $6.49. I paid regular price for that. But anyway, I think the batteries are included. And so when I work on his blanket, I'm going to show this, using this. Like I said, I see people when they've bought them or bought different sets of interchangeable lighted hooks and stuff, but I never see anybody really using them, and nobody really ever comments again like how they liked them or anything. So I'm going to be doing a video on this lighted hook. They had about 6 different sizes, and I picked the J because that's what I'm currently using some black yarn on, and I can't see the stitches. And then they had all their Yarnology things half off, and I heard, you know how yarn is 30% off every other week? I heard the Yarnology Notion stuff is going to be half off every other week. So we get 30% off on yarn, 50% off on Yarnology stuff. So I just was looking at the Yarnology things, and they had these little needle storage bins, and I did get a pack of needles from Amazon, and so I'm gonna put one in my go bag and one in my bag at the house so that I'll be able to find my needles there. I have the sizes that I use like all the time. I have them there on my desk, but I have, you know, lots of different types of needles, so I'm just going to put what I'm not using in one of these, and then I'm going to put some that I do use and that will be useful for me in my go bag. Okay, and then people have asked me about this, you know, when people see me crochet, they ask me about those yarn guides, and honestly, I don't know if it would be helpful or hinder me. But I picked this one up. This is a metal yarn guide. It was $1.99, and so it was half off of that. And then I picked up this little plastic yarn guide thing. It was $1.99, so it was half off of that. So, like I said, I don't know if these will be helpful to me or hinder me, because I'm kind of set in the way that I crochet. You know, I have my rhythm, and I crochet, you know, kind of fast. But I'm going to do a video on these, and we're going to find out if they're helpful or not. So, that's coming up as a video. And also the lighted hook, because I want to know, is that really helpful or not? Because I see people buy them, I don't see people using them, and people don't really mention using them, so I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoy walking around Hobby Lobby. I was just trying to go slow and show you the different colors. They had beautiful colors, the whole rainbow. And that's the only yarn I got. I don't know, it wasn't my idea to go. But I wanted to go and just walk around and get my mind off things. But I really didn't have my mind set on like any colors that I needed. Like usually before I go to Hobby Lobby or to Michael's, I think about what I'm going for and what I'm looking for, and you know what I need. Like what do I not have, you know, in my stash already. And I didn't have any pre-thoughts before I went in there, and so I really just didn't have like a list or even any ideas in my head or anything of what I needed. So this is the only thing that spoke to me when I was there. Even though everything was beautiful, all the colors were beautiful, but you know, I just wasn't in the mindset of purchasing yarn at the time. But anyway, it is what it's. Oh, let me tell you this. So at one point I was videoing, and I kept hearing this lady, and it sounded just like Seta. And I was like, gosh, that sounds like Seta. And so I kept videoing, and she was in the fabric department. And this lady kept talking, and I was like, I know Seta hadn't come to no Louisiana and not let me know she's here. You know, right? And so she just kept on and on. And then the lady said, what happened was, and I was like, what? And so I turned it off, and I walked around the corner. The lady didn't even look like Seta. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. If it had been Seta, I would have been like, Seta! But anyway, it wasn't her. It didn't even look like her. But when I heard that, what happened was, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Oh, I wish Seta had been there. We would have had a good old time in Hobby Lobby. And then we went up to Michael's. Oh, goodness. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy the video clips. Bye, friends. Here we are in Hobby Lobby at the wall of I love this yarn. And I do love this yarn. I'm just going to be honest. I love any yarn. I'm just trying to show you the colors they have. They have it beautifully displayed. And my Hobby Lobby is always pretty clean. Their yarn is always organized, unlike another store in my town. But theirs is pretty clean all the time. So many different shades of green. Just beautiful, beautiful colors. I love looking at all the different shades and, you know, just, I want them all. I really do like the I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I didn't really buy, I bought one skein, that's all I bought, because I didn't think ahead of time I didn't know that I was going, and I didn't think ahead of time to think about what yarns I might have wanted or needed, and so therefore I didn't want to just buy yarn to be buying it. I like to buy yarn for a purpose, even though I do have some stash, but I like to have a purpose for the yarn that I am purchasing. So that's why I only got one skein. So every other week, Hobby Lobby has all their yarn 30% off. And there's just so many colors. Now that's the shiny one that's comparable to, oh, I lost it. Caring Simply Soft. I forgot it for a minute. Yeah, that's the shiny that's compared to it. I've never used that one, but I'm not a fan of Caring Simply Soft. I feel like it's very splitty for me. But I've never used the I love this yarn one. There's some cotton, Crafter's Secret, is that what it's called? Lots and lots of colors. Now, I don't really purchase anything down this aisle much. It's the, you know, more specialty yarns like baby yarns and bulkies and sock yarn and things like that. I don't normally have a need for any of these, but they're still pretty to look at. I like seeing all the different shades of different brands. Lots of pretty baby yarns. And I didn't look at the size of those, but I think they were maybe smaller than 4, so probably a 3-weight or whatever. But I'm not for sure. So I'm just giving you a look. If you see something you like, you might want to look it up on hobbylobby.com to find out more about it. Some pretty cakes. I believe those are cotton cakes. Yes, and those are cotton cakes. And I did look at those to see the yardage, and they feel really nice. Those are cottons down there too. Yes, those feel really nice. If you were making a project you wanted to make out of cotton, and for it to feel nice, that's your way to go, I guess. I think these are getting more into maybe some wool. I'm not really sure. I didn't pay that much attention, and I can't really tell by the video, but I know there's some wool somewhere around in that area. And I don't have a need for that. It's hot in Louisiana. Even in the wintertime, wool would be too hot. Now there's some sock yarns. Really pretty sock yarns. And then the other side of the aisle had more bulky weight yarns, I believe. Maybe not all of it, but some of it was. Those were all beautiful yarns. And I did look at that. It is bulky. I think it was a 5 or 6 weight, maybe a 6. I love seeing the rainbow of colors. Yeah, I don't usually buy anything off of this aisle, just because I don't really have a need for it. And I like to get more yardage than what's in these smaller skeins. I'm all about the yardage. I did look to see what that was. Round up in here, my arm was getting tired. So I had to give a wider angle and just a scan over. Those are some cute little notions, a lot of llama stuff, maybe some unicorn, but it was really cute. And then we turn the corner and see some beautiful cakes down there on the bottom. Those are all neutral colors, you know, kind of muted. And then we have the beautiful cakes. They're very pretty. And those were just nice yarns. And I love that little rainbow of those little ones, but honestly, the premieres at Dollar Tree or $1.25 Tree have more yarn in it than these, and these were $2.99. So the little ones at $1.25 Tree may not be you may not get all the colors, but for the ones that they do have, you get more yardage. Told you I'm all about the yardage. So anyway, yeah, lots and lots of beautiful yarn. And then we come upon the scrubology type stuff, you know, for dish rags and stuff like that. I like the different colors in that. I might go back one day and get some more of that and make up some dish rags and stuff. I always look at these yarns and feel them, but I don't know what I would make. I'm in Louisiana, so scarves, shawls are not really practical, but the colors are so beautiful to look at, so I don't know what I would make with that. And it would need, you know, several of the same color of the skeins to make anything significant, because they are small, you know, skeins. Hanks, I guess you'd call those. And then I went around and looked at some notions. Their Yarnology notions are 50% off every other week. And so that's good if you need hooks that are Yarnology or needles or anything like that. There's some loom knitting things and some yarn bowls that look really nice down there. And then we get into the knitting needles. They have lots to choose from. And I don't know what's good and what's not with knitting needles. And then we come to the Yarnology notions that are 50% off if it's Yarnology. So there's just so many different things. Like, I don't even know what half that stuff's for. So I picked up 2 things that I showed you before in my video, and I will be doing a video on those just to see if it's helpful or not. There's those lighted hooks, and then all the other hooks that they have. So if you like any of the hooks from Hobby Lobby, Yarnology ones, they do have them on sale every other week. Some little crochet kits. They're cute, but you could probably find the pattern online.